the starting fives from both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. And for Houston, they're up over the 500 mark so far at 3-2 on the young season. A decent enough start, and one they're hoping to improve on with a win in tonight's contest. And the trend continues, Shaq. Some first-round rookies being asked to play big roles early on.
You know, player development has changed quite a bit. You know, the organization fans, we want immediate returns now.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on these young players, Ernie, when they're coming into the league. Some rise to the occasion, but others fold under the weight of their expectations.
That'll do it for us for now. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Welcome, basketball fans. It's Saturday afternoon. The Torresburg, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Kevin Hart, and welcoming someone who has been writing and communicating NBA basketball thoughts in book, over the air, in podcast, on TV, the terrific Bill Breakdown.
And now for somebody who's playing a video game at 3 in the morning. That's my next. That's the next phase.
Isn't this a great venue?
This is great. I know. This is great. They're half asleep. My voice is waking them up.
Bill Simmons is terrific.
Yeah. Wake up. I'm talking to you.
Hey, Nate.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough. That's what makes a good player. Evans, the lies told there.
No doubt, David. He is one of the best. Thank you. And Bill, of the championships you've watched the Celtics win, do you have a favorite?
I do, actually. 1984. Came back against the Lakers in the Kevin McHale clothesline game. Brought them back to the Garden for Game 5. It was so hot Kareem had to wear the oxygen mask. And then finished them off in Game 7.
Rambis was the recipient of that clothesline.
He was.
Yes.
And he deserved it. It's not like he didn't deserve it. But the Celtics were just tougher that year. And I try to forget that the next year they came back to beat the Celtics.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward. Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in the 5 row. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ballgame. Knocked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum. With it. This one for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. You know, Bill, a bevy of talent for the Celtics last season. How close were they to meeting your expectations?
They were about as close as I am living in LA to Boston. They were 3,000 miles away. It was an emotionally scarring season. I hated it. I didn't enjoy it. And it was a huge disappointment. Other than that, it was fun.
Yeah, it was painful.
It's painful. When you have a team that have all these assets, and you can't figure out how those assets can come together as an actual basketball team. You know, that brings the point yet again. This is why we have basketball. It's not just about the players, it's about how they mesh together. That team did not mesh.
Now Brown, James Harden missing on the 3. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, you have got to appreciate how hard Jaylen Brown goes. Amazing how he gets defenders to foul him when he's going up with his shot.
The Celtics shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. first one drops. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some new players.
They still stay competitive.
Build a
so they
nucleus.
the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest thing to do that.
Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's stolen by Tice. Outside Tatum. Pass to Walker. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Oh, I missed that time. Would have put him up.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Tucker and the tough to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, he has that great combination of strength and athleticism. Tucker loves to attack the rim.
Bill was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
Oh, really?
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Like anybody in your family or anybody you
I
are?
was always a good writer, and I like writing and sports.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, oh, do those two things
Get in
together.
high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, started in high school. I had a big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on. And around sophomore year, I felt like it started to get momentum. And that was the first time I thought, what if I can get paid for this? Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now, here's Tatum. He picked up 24 points in their last one against New York. Here's Walker. The Rockets pull it in. Cabela's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Westbrook, and he finishes nicely on the lane. And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end.
For me, the G League is the key to all of this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go to the G League, an actual infrastructure that's attached to the real game.
The G League is having an effect on the NBA. There are a lot of former guys looking at big money in the big league.
And the other thing is, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with streaming services. And just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it if you're in China. You can watch it in Hawaii. And I think the G League should be a bigger thing, so they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. One of them that makes no sense to me. I don't understand why anyone games will go to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Some changes for Boston. Bill, if you're building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's turning
young enough
25 this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. He's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way the game just comes so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's all I think.
Here's Williams after Eric Gordon's bucket. It's stolen by McLemore. And it's the Rockets on the break. McLemore with the ball. Good work defensively by Smart. Here's the break. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Shots good by McLemore. 44 seconds left in the first. Edwards passes to Williams. He dishes it to Smart. The pass to Edwards. Shoots the three. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Edwards got 5 points so far.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Rivers against Edwards. Got a piece of it. 1/4 in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Rockets lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the result.
Presented by Gatorade to see who's fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Smart. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. The first one falls. And Williams drops them both. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. And Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around three-point shooting. Threes are an all-time high. You know, the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via a rule change, which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talking.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself if it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
You can't lose with the team. It's bigs and smalls. It's inside. It's outside.
And it's still passing with that selfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have. They create a lot of layups. And, they're really creative. And that just can't be your thing is you shoot 53 suits our offense. The problem is you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, and that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games 92 to 89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter, no matter how you're going to get them. You still need somebody who can do that too.
Now here's McLemore. And the dunk by McLemore.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, great. He can get up a few notches higher. Bill, you host your own podcast. I've listened to it. I subscribe to it. I love it. What do you make of some of the NBA players now doing the same thing?
Hey, we have a couple of them. At the Ringer, we have J.J. Redick, we have Vince Carter, Ken Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, a player says, you know what, I want a podcast, and then it just magically happens. And you got to work on it. You have to use your connections and book your guests, and you have to be candid on the podcast. You can't just show up and just babble. And the guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably have a media career for a living. Like JJ is clearly going to go into media after he retires. Richard Jefferson had a great podcast. He's gone into media. He's really good. So I think you need a little more talent at it than people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say, I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years. Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward. The Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. Really well to the big 12 with this team. Thank you. And that one drops.
And it really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Westbrook. The Rockets with another miss.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Now, here is Harden. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
By the defense, tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he earned them. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Smart catch to Tatum. Not loose. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. That went off the back iron and out. Rockets trailed by 5. Now Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Trying to end the drought. He lays it in.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk.
Closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communication. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
For Eric Gordon. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Hayward comes in for Williams. Brown is checked in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Now here's Tatum. He has 5, and it's good for 2. Tatum's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
For 3, Westbrook. He can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
It was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness of the defense.
And entertaining as always, Bill. Thank you so much for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Thank you. Just, I don't want to do any Celtic games. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see that game. Let's do the other teams.
The doors to read most reporters, they try to stay impartial. But not Bill Simmons.
Well, I think that's what makes him special, Kevin, right? He has his own lens through which he sees things, and he is unafraid to give you his opinion.
Now here's Westbrook. After Gordon Hayward's miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And you look at Jason Tatum able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
The first free throw is good. Well, guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Where do you see a player as polished and as impactful with ball? Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Rivers against Walker. Rejected by Walker, and they get it back. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. The Rockets making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Edwards is checked in. Here is House. He's covered by Brown. It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boston leading by 4. Walker goes in. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Rivers scanning the floor. A performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. Defensive problems with them. Had a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys. We're able to spread the floor. That's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. Hey, folks. Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get to the party started. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
You can see working out with Kobe Bryant has been great for Jason Tatum. A better ball handler now, able to create space off the dribble. He looked like an old pro in the first half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
I think they let the game come to them. They haven't got to the foul line in my mind. That's the area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's go back. Kevin Harlan, go.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. Wilson sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far.
Now, when you think about Brad Stevens, he has one thing he cites quite often. The quote is, toughness is being able to physically and emotionally perform your task through any condition. And boy, when you think about his teams, they have embodied that for most of his tenure.
Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Basket counts. And that's now 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And Doris, the Celtics seem like they lost a bit of that resiliency and some of that composure last season. How do you think they get that back?
Well, I think, Kevin, it has to begin with their leaders. Those are the players
Walker in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Walker's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And here's Harden for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And he's able to get it back. Tatum against Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. Trains the 3-pointer. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, this shot is key for Russell Westbrook, right? If his 3-point shot is on the mark, you cannot guard this guy.
Here's Walker. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Harden finds Capella. Now, here's Tucker. Here's Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best.
And he makes the first. A lot of competitors in this league, Doris, and you've got to be that way to play at this level. And I know you have a list of competitors that you admire a lot.
It's those guys, Kevin, who have that insatiable desire to win. The guys who absolutely despise losing, who it almost hurts. It's painful physically. Giannis Antetokounmpo is driven to be great. He wants an NBA championship. LeBron James has got multiple titles and continues to pursue greatness. What I love about great NBA players, it's never enough, Kevin.
Now here's Williams. Passes it to Walker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg,
so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Westbrook with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Westbrook's got 8 here in the quarter.
8?
break for the Rockets. And finished off by Westbrook.
When Russell Westbrook makes a defensive play and gets in the open floor, look how he will finish the play.
Smart dishes to Williams. Smart against Harden. Now here's Walker. Right on him. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden hit this number.
I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Walker. He's got 13 over Westbrook. Walker's shot is off. Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Westbrook. A shot off that time. Walker with some nice deep. Boston trailing. To the inside. Ojale. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime.
Reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
Chandler is checked in for Clint Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. The Celtics also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Robert Williams. And Wanamaker comes in for Shemi Ojale. And it's Edwards in for Walker. Now here's Williams.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Out left to the wing. Now here's McLemore outside. And Boston with the rebound. 1:10 left in the third. Wanamaker the pass to Smart. Back to Wanamaker. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. On deep. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now here's Gordon. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Chandler's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
Smart passes to Wanamaker. Back to Smart. And here's Edwards. He has 5. Yep, that one goes.
I'll tell you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
From outside, off the mark. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He ends up dropping in 2. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he He's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA. And you see it right there on display.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, the duo at forward. Edwards is out there with Smart, and it's Tice in at center. Now, here's Westbrook, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. At 6. Or the 3.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Ball's not loose. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Trail by 5. Edwards passes to Tice. Hayward on the wing. Pass to Edwards. Brown feeling out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Misses the 3. Rockets lead by 5. Gordon inside. Running by Smart. Stolen by Smart. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Hayward can't hit. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Feeds to House. Some solid defense from Brown.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
A shot, no good. And it's Houston the other way. Offensive rebound. And the basket is good. The Bellas got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside, hitting good shots from close range.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Tucker, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's James Harden in for Eric Gordon. And then for Boston, Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Edwards. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team around the perimeter. Inside the arc, they're doing some good things, but outside, they're a disaster. Tighten it up. Kevin, let's see if they can close out on the shooters a little more effectively.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Poke loose, out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Sunday, They'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Westbrook scanning the floor. Now the dish to House. Brown against Harden. Outside Westbrook. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Tatum. And slammed up by Tatum.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Now here's Westbrook. No good from outside.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's House. It goes on Jason Tatum. Taking 2 shots. Free throw drops for House. And so House nails both of them. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 9 points. Stolen by Westbrook. Trying to break that ice cold streak, and it's good on the layup. Westbrook's got 19 points.
How quick is Russell Westbrook with the dribble? He is impossible to contain.
On the wing, Brown takes a three. The Rockets pull it in. Cabela's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Harden. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Cabela's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets. Norris, one of the biggest free agent signings in years. LeBron James going to the Lakers. What did you think of his first season with LA?
Well, when you're LeBron James, perhaps no athlete in the history of the NBA has borne the weight of expectation as much as LeBron. So if there's anything short of a playoff appearance, there's disappointment. But what I would say is, through Christmas Day and his first real injury that he had to endure, LeBron was playing like an MVP. We are talking about one of the greatest to ever do it. I expect them to turn things around in Lakerland this year.
I agree with you, and I agree with your prediction.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Jordan, player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Good off the glass. Westbrook's got 14 points now in the second half.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback. And nice finish by him.
Walker goes in, and it's blocked. A shot by Hayward, wide open, sinks the three-pointer.
Well, Gordon Hayward will find his rhythm fast if you allow him to catch and shoot.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Rockets.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Russell Westbrook.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Take a break. Take a break. Do something.
First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
You know what I love, Kevin, is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to...
And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within single digits.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that misback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leading freebies at the line.
Westbrook finds Harden. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Now, here's Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. 19 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Harden against Smart. Harden scanning the floor. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and the ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. Run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and the victory.
You play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Rick Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.